Hello, I'm Snow Lucario, and um, I am going to tell a little story time today. It's a dreary day in New England, Yulee, New England. So let's go to a different time, a different place. It's about 2,000 or 3,000 miles from here. Probably just 2,000 something. Um, this is about the time. This is story time. About the time I threw up on my sister's head. This is not clickbait, by the way. It actually happened. Okay. Um, Alright, so we were going to Puerto Vallarta, Mexico. And we were going to stay at this place called the Barcelo. It's a resort on the edge of the beach. With like a pool and a huge buffet. And free ice cream. But yeah. So we've been looking forward to this trip for a while. For a while, we went to Mexico annually. We don't do that anymore. I think that this might have been one of the main reasons for that. But so we went to Mexico, right? And then as soon as we they were having a good time, but then we hear there's a stomach bug going around. Like apparently, one a casual conversation topic was, "Have you got sick yet?" Which, well, I'm gonna get to that. So I think this was the third day there. I woke up not feeling that great. Like, you know the feeling when you kind of have the start of a stomach bug, where you feel not necessarily nauseous, but that you don't really have an appetite? That's how I felt. And that might have been how my dad felt too. My dad seemed kind of like tired and grumpy, and like that's how my dad usually is when he's sick. That's not to like rip on my dad or anything, because my dad's actually a very not lazy person. If you knew him in person, he works long hours. But anyway, so I had a smaller breakfast than usual. I wasn't too worried. Eventually, like my sister wasn't feeling well, even though I don't think she ever threw up on that trip. My mom, I don't remember how she felt, or grandma. Oh yeah, we were going with, it was me, parents, brother, sister, and my grandparents on my mom's side. Oh yeah, were my aunt and uncle there? On my mom's side? I don't remember. This was a long time ago. This was back in March 2010, so I was 9. Okay, so around lunchtime, a little afterwards that afternoon, I hear that my dad has been taken to a hospital by ambulance. I'm thinking, okay, he probably wasn't feeling that great. I knew that, but I didn't think that it warranted hospitalization. I'll get to my dad's side of the story later, but I'll get to the good part first, because like this is the part that you guys all want to hear, I'm assuming. Okay, here it comes. Now, my sister, we went out to this like Italian restaurant. It was within the resort, for dinner. And so we're just walking back, mind my own business, and suddenly I find myself like swallowing back bites of chicken. By the way, I only had a few bites of dinner. I thought it was because I was worried about my dad, or maybe because like I was just not a fan. I was a picky eater back then, but like who wasn't at the age of 9 really? And then so on the way back, I like swallowing back a bite of chicken. I'm like, Oh no, I'm about to throw. I don't want to throw up. But like when you have to throw up, your body's just going to do it, whether you want it or not. So yeah, that's what happened. um, and so I vomit, and guess who's in the firing line, or what is? My sister's head. So basically, I puked all over my sister's head and dress. And I think this was a white dress too. Oh boy. Man, I felt pretty much better after that. But my sister was pissed. And like I think my grandma was mad too. Was kind of mad too. But like when you have a stomach bug that you get while traveling, it's not really throwing up is not something that you can control, whether it be onto another person or onto something else. I have quite a few other good vomit stories, but this is probably numero uno since it's Mexico. And so, yeah, that was it for me, pretty much. And then the next day, my dad gets released from the hospital, and we get to hear the story. Now, apparently, the ambulance, it was, like, super hot in there, like, maybe 100 degrees, which, that does not sound like a good place for a severely dehydrated middle-aged man from ye olde New England. Yeah, my dad, the hospital was actually very nice, though. They gave my dad intravenous fluids, and, he felt better the next day. I don't know how long it took him to get completely better, but he was able to go snorkeling with us 2 days later. And that is a story of one of my sister's most embarrassing moments. I'm not that embarrassed about it myself, honestly. I don't think I was at the time, even. But, yeah, so that's what happened. And my sister still holds a grudge on me to this day. Like, she still wants to throw up on me, and like every time she throws up and it's not on me, she gets pissed. And I do still get made fun of it for it sometimes, but I mean, it doesn't affect me. It doesn't. That is okay. That's the story. So if you like that video, please like and leave a comment telling if you have ever thrown up at someone else or what's the worst place you've ever thrown up. This was Snow Lucario, and I will see you guys next time.